Have you ever found yourself staring at the Prolog prompt, wondering how to run queries directly from your Prolog file? It can be a bit confusing, right? Well, today we're going to clear that up and show you exactly how to execute your Prolog statements automatically. I totally get it. You load your Prolog file, and instead of seeing results, you're met with a prompt asking for input. It's like waiting for a bus that never arrives. You're definitely not alone in this. Many users face the same issue. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. A user asked, how can I run Prolog queries from within my Prolog file? They provided an example with a file named dog.pl, which defines some facts but wants to execute a query automatically when the file loads. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So what's happening here? When you load a Prolog file, it only loads the facts and rules, but it doesn't execute any queries unless you tell it to. This can be a bit frustrating, but there's a simple way to make it work. And stick around. I have a neat trick at the end that will make your Prolog experience even smoother. You won't want to miss it. To run Prolog queries directly from within a Prolog file, the user can utilize the built-in predicate called nats. This allows the user to execute queries automatically when the file is loaded. First, the user should open their Prolog file, which in this case is named dog.pl. They will need to add the query they want to execute at the end of the file. Next, when the user loads the file in the Prolog terminal, the query will automatically execute. This means the user will see the results immediately without needing to type anything. Finally, the user can see the output of the query directly in the terminal. This allows for a seamless experience when working with Prolog files. Fun fact, Prolog is one of the oldest programming languages, dating back to the 1970s. It's amazing how it still holds relevance today, especially in AI and logic programming. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user suggests a different approach to running Prolog queries directly from your Prolog file. Instead of asserting the query, they recommend using the for-all predicate to execute the query and print the results immediately when the file is loaded. They explain that this method writes each successful result of the dog query and continues until there are no more solutions. Additionally, you can encapsulate this logic in a predicate called startup for better organization. If you prefer to run the query and exit, you can remove the startup directive from the file and execute it directly from the command line. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. An alternative approach shared by another user involves defining a run predicate in your Prolog file. This predicate will automatically execute the desired queries when you load the file. You can also use the directive mass to run the query automatically upon loading. This will print the first result immediately after consulting the file. Here's that neat trick I promised. You can also use the trace feature in Prolog to debug your queries. This will help you understand how Prolog processes your rules and facts, making it easier to troubleshoot any issues. And there you have it. You can now run Prolog queries directly from your file. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on Prolog and other programming languages.